Hello, everybody. I hope you had a fantastic Monday. The stock market definitely put in a very, very, very strong bullish reversal. And while the action was indeed exciting for many market participants, for those of us that from March to June lose an hour of our life every night on Sunday at 9 o'clock, today was quite minor compared to Game of Thrones the night before. So, really, today was a run of the mill kind of day for me. Like, really not even important. But overall, it was a great day, and the Nasdaq did very well today, being able to take intraday pretty ugly sell-off early on. Not ugly, but it wasn't good. Our UVXY hedge position was doing excellent, almost up 10% at one point intraday. Then I decided to go out and run some errands, check on the Pacific Ocean to make sure it's still salty, and I came back and I was in the middle of a melt up, and it just continued to the end of the day. So overall, excellent, excellent move. I'm still going to continue to hold all of my hedges as they're still trending above the 10 and 20-day moving average. Those are going to be the first areas to get rid of the hedges, and we still remain in a neutral condition. As you can see, that we're still stuck between the May lows and the May highs, and as long as we're in between there, that's going to be a neutral position. Let's say that we're up, though, all of a sudden 2 or 3% tomorrow on huge volume. Well, obviously, the buy position, the buy signal will be re-triggered on our market direction model. And after today, all the bearish weighing that was starting to occur on the indexes has basically been completely destroyed. So now we're just in a hard neutral waiting for a buy signal. If we do roll over and go lower, it would trigger a sell signal if we go below the 50-day moving average. But we already have hedges on, so it wouldn't really be that much of a shock as we already have hedges here. And just I'm never shocked by what the market does anymore. If it goes down or up from here, it'll be just what it is. But right now, it appears that today was a very, very bullish intraday session, and based on the way that the indexes like the S&P 500 and New York Stock Exchange found support at the 50-day moving average, and the Russell 2000, look at this thing, about ready to break out to a new high, along with the Nasdaq's huge volume on the reversal. Everything looks very, very solid for higher prices. We do not have any new longs or new short positions, and because of the early sell-off, we do have some sells. So before I go through that, I want to go over the stocks that are the most interesting to me, and really there was only four. Domino's Pizza, I'm just so shocked that this stock, from the lows in 2008 to now is up 2,000%. Who would have ever have fucking thought that that was possible with Domino's Pizza? Domino's freaking Pizza? Domino's Pizza really is a growth stock like this? When you look at the fundamentals underneath, you really don't see a company that can support a move like this. I mean, the numbers are nice, but there's nothing, just like killing it outside, killing it out of the ballpark or anything. So I'm a little confused as to why Domino's Pizza can be so strong, but it doesn't matter what I think, it just matters what it does. I would wish so much that the move that would have occurred here on the 30th would have been happening right around the 50-day moving average, and then this move here 2 sessions later today would have been occurring right near the 50-day moving average. This would have made this stock a buy. However, this is still overall just a stock that's moving up. There is no real base here. If you look at a weekly arithmetic chart, you can see it's just part of an uptrend. So there is no base here, so I can't go long this amazing move. This is when you see BOP volume do this, and you see price close like this, basically at the high day, only 10 cents off the high day. Whenever you get BOP volume and price going like this, you want to get long the stock. However, when you're extended from the 50-day moving average, you don't necessarily want to unless the base was really long, and here we don't have a long base. But as you can see, once again, it appears Domino's Pizza doesn't want to wait as a pocket pivot point buy signal is being triggered. I'm going to punch myself in the face really, really, really hard if this works out. Probably not going to do that really, but it wouldn't surprise me if it does decide to keep going higher. But what an amazing, amazing chart. And then the only other chart that's like this, that VSAT, Viasat. So I've noticed this stock recently in May. Wasn't really sure what it does, but I did some research on it, and I tell you what, This stuff is going to be in airplanes, and other countries are looking into this company. So you see that earnings per share has finally exploded higher. Sales growth has already been strong. Mutual fund ownership isn't that great, though, but look at the freaking estimates for 2014 to 2015. Those kind of estimates, if we continue to see sales growth, I expect great things from this stock, despite its over 1,000% price earnings ratio, which I could care less about. But VSAT is up there with Domino's Pizza, with stratospheric stocks that I'm very interested in. I really do wish that we could just go sideways in the stock market for another week, and then VSAT can make another move like it's doing today, and that way Domino's Pizza could make a move like that, and then I could be happy. Another stock of interest was Type. Type made a nice move off the 50-day moving average. If BOP would have exploded more, and if volume would have exploded a little bit more, I would go ahead and go long the stock. But on an arithmetic chart, you can see that it's still in a base building pattern. Yeah, it's a pocket pivot point signal and you can cheat it a bit, but the relative strength line, the white line below here, is not strong enough for me to want to go ahead and cheat it. But still, you can look at the numbers that's in this stock Type, and you can see that we have some very, very strong, solid growth that's expected to continue. We have mutual fund ownership increasing, and the stock's relatively cheap on a price earnings basis and delivers a dividend. So everything's on there. So this is one that I will continue to watch to see if it can't base out and then break out. And then the only last stock that I was interested in that really popped up was Tango. And of course, Tango, triggered interest in me when it crossed above the 200-day moving average. The move here also was a trigger watch, but this move right here, it sent BOP to max green. Volume was huge, and it's closing near the high of day. A lot of people, if you want to go ahead and start an early position in Tango, that was your move. And if not, you've got another move the very next day, as once again the stock has put in another excellent intraday reversal. It's actually closing higher than where it opened, still max green BOP, and as you can see, that is a beautiful chart pattern off the lows. There's a weekly, you can see the accumulation, and really this is like this going back to December. You got the accumulation here, lower volume on the pullback, accumulation again on the right side, and now with the max green BOP, we've got a lot of underlying strength overall technically in this stock. And once again, Tango is another stock that I just love the fundamentals of. Tango, as you can see here with the earnings and sales growth, is absolutely huge. Not expected to slow down for the rest of the year and into 2014. Mutual fund ownership, while it was decreasing during that sell-off, it is rising again, and overall the stock has a very low price earnings ratio. So with that sales and earnings growth, overall, and the chart pattern, it just makes for a possible great, excellent long position. But Tango, Domino's Pizza, VSAT, I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and go long these stocks, now go ahead, Type. It'll probably pay off, but right now I want more confirmation in the market, and I want longer bases. Now we do have some covers and sells. NAVB is closing barely above the 50-day moving average, but volume is higher, basically about, is it above average? It's like right on average. Yeah, it's right at the average. But the close above the 50-day moving average might not necessarily be a sell signal with the lower volume, but it's coming with a pocket pivot point buy signal, which means that this consolidation period in April and May is constructive, so therefore we have a 25% cover. DDD is closing below the 20-day moving average, as you can see here on higher volume. Therefore, despite the reversal, it is a 25% sell. And ADS is closing for the second day in a row below the 20-day moving average, and it's doing it on very heavy volume again. So once again, that is another 25% sell. If we didn't have such strong gains from so long ago, they're not strong gains, but by ADS standpoint, 20% strong, that would have been a 50% sell on that move right there. What is a 50% sell? WDAY, and this shit's getting annoying. CHT. When this thing started off in April, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chart. Lock, a week ago, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chart. So whenever I see charts like this and charts like this, you know, and then charts like WDAY start like this and go like this and then turn into that with CHT, with Lock closing below the 20-day moving average or 10-day moving average on heavier volume. right off the bat, while BOP's going the wrong way. BOP going the wrong way here. CHT couldn't produce huge gains after a great start. And WDAY, the way it was starting off the 50-day moving average as an IPO, this in an uptrend should have produced, I would say, 60 to 100 rally easily. So for us to already have close below the 50-day moving average, only 2 points higher than where we went long, extremely disappointing, especially with the relative strength line. That is a 50% sell. Damn my hot chart patterns in 1998, 1999, 2003, 2004, 2005, and 2006, when beautiful chart patterns with max stream BOP like in April in WDAY, CHT, or LOCK recently showed up, they would produce huge gains and not even come close to giving a partial sell or any kind of signal until at least produce 25 to 33 to hopefully 50% gains, and then you'd start to see some sell signals. But in fact, LOCK, CHT, and WDAY are acting like this just tells me a lot still about the overall shitty market environment that we are in. We're still not seeing huge gains in hot charts with strong fundamentals, and that's just disturbing to me because that's how I've always grown my wealth, and my wealth isn't growing like it should be during a market uptrend. But also, NJ is a full sell, huge failure there, and SSYS is a fail. Despite the heavy volume intraday reversal and support at the 50-day moving average, it's closing at 815, which is below 840, and I'm a numbers only guy. Art is, comes into play here, but since Art's coming into play with a loss, we need to fully go, and if we're going to get long SSYS, I'm going to need to see it reset up and then break out again. For now, c'est la vie.